Hi everyone, Minerva here with part 2 of my Halloween junk journal process. What I've done today is cut some dies with the Big Shot. They're like small dies to decorate the pages, and one is like a fence that I cut with black and white paper. You can use this as a on the bottom to tuck things in. I've cut some of those, and some these are like flourishes. Probably won't be able to use these as tucks, but to decorate the pages. These do take a while because you have to clean all the little crevices and things. So after that, I decided to check Pinterest for some tags, and that's what I've been doing. Let me see if I can do this without moving the camera. I don't know. Let me see. I'll just pause and move the camera. So I'll show you how to, for those of you who haven't downloaded images to print from Pinterest, I'll just run through one of them. So let me pause a second. Okay, so there's my screen on my laptop. What I did was I entered a search for free Halloween tags, and I found a couple of images I like that I will later print. If it's one image, I don't know if I already have this one. If it's only one image, my printer will reads this as photos, and it will give me the, how do you say it, the choice of how many prints I want, what size. So then I can ask maybe for 4 or 6 on one page, and that will give me the right size to make a tag. I don't know if I have this one already. I'm just gonna go, and by the way, you cannot, let's say I press the left and I try to save it, it's not the same. It won't give you like save this image as. First you have to open the image by clicking on it. Then the image will pop up. Let me see if I can get up there. There it is. You can either say you like it, or pin it, or share it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to left click it, and then the save image as, let me see if I can, you can, sorry, I'm going to click on save image as, and I already made a folder in my pictures, images, and the folder name is Halloween. I'm looking and I don't see it here, so I'm not even gonna bother putting a name on it, because when I open this folder I'll pick whatever image I want. So I just hit save, and then I can print it from there, because you can't, let me see, well I guess you can, but let me see what choice it gives me. It's not the same as printing it from my program, because here when I hit print, look what happens. It will print 4 pages of all the images that are attached to that one image there. So I'm gonna cancel that. You have to save it and then print it from the folder that you saved it in. Okay, so that image has some other images below it, so I'm going to check if I see one that I like. These are nice. They look vintage. Let me check this out. Oops. Oh, there they are. I'm supposing these are free because that's what I searched for. There are a lot of images here. And I like them because they look vintage. Let me see. Let me try to. Let me hit this one. There it is. I like it. So I'm just gonna save it. And then I'll decide if I want to use it. The same as before, save image as. My folder opens and I hit save. Now here to the right, you'll see all the images that are on that same group. Let me hit this one. You choose an image and it will come out here. I'm going to save this one. I have eight images. So that's how you download, save, and print images from Pinterest. Let me check the other two stop because I don't have. I'm running out of gigabytes. Let me check one more. Let's see. Major witches. We're going to see this one. These are very vintage images. This one says, oops, I lost it. If I can find, I was going to follow that, because I like this, I think it's this one. I did see this one in there. Let me see. Yeah. Monica Gerasi. I'm gonna hit follow before I lose this page. I don't know why. This thing was in English and now it's in Spanish. I don't know why. So I'm gonna follow this let me call it pin because I don't know how to translate. So I'm going to follow this. So whenever I want, to check these images, I already know where to look for them. Okay. Oh. I like this one. So I'm going to save it. Save image as and save it. So that's how you download these images if you want to print them, because I've tried before printing them from the thing here, and what you will get is all the pages that are attached to it, like I said before. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let me see, let me get see if I have paper or cardstock here. I'm going to go ahead and use cardstock because I'm just going to go ahead and real quick show you how you can print them so you can make tags. I'm going to go ahead and look for my file. Under pictures. Okay, let's see if it's here. No pictures, images. It's supposed to be in images. Here it is, Halloween. So there they are. So I'm gonna pick one real quick. Let's say this is the first one. And I'm going to, this looks different. I'm going to go ahead and hit print. Okay, so here's my, how do you want to print your pictures? Let me see if this is showing clear here. Okay, I have the letter size. I'm going to use draft because I have new ink and it will look good enough, and I'll save ink. I'm going to choose plain paper. So here to the right, let me see if you can see it. I can choose whether I want a 4x6, 5x7, or the 3x5x5. This one will print 4 pictures, but here you need to tell her you want 4 copies. So you go down here, oops, I'm trying to get you, there it is. Sorry. Okay, here it says how many copies of each picture I want. I'll be able to print up to 4 on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. I think 4 would make a good size, 3.5 by 5 would probably make a good size, it's kind of long. Let me see the wallet size. Wallets. I'm going to go ahead and print wallet size. I can get 9 out of the wallet size. See how that looks. It's 3.5 by 5. It's kind of too big. I'm going to go ahead and print that, see what happens. That noise is some construction going on. Printer is offline. I always forget to attach the printer. Let me get this cable here. There. Okay. Wait till, okay, there it goes. Wait till it reads the printer. I should have printed standard because I'm running out of the color ink. Let me do that. Well, here I have that image printed. I have 6 images of that one bird, and the size is where'd my ruler go? This one is 2.5 by about 3 1/4. It's a nice size for little, whatchamacallit, journaling cards. I can use these as journaling cards. The other one was 3.5 by 5, and I think 5 would be so tall, too tall for a, well, for a tag for this book, because this book is 5 by 7. Anyway, I could also make these into small tags. Oh, what I was going to say is there is a file where you can print the other side of this paper. It will come out in a vintage looking color and lines, writing lines. Okay, so that's how I print my files from Pinterest. So I hope that helps you. I didn't know any of this. I learned it by trial and error, so maybe it helps a couple of newbies on how to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and print one that is 3 by 5.5. Show you the difference. It shows that file print. And I'm gonna pick, well, you know what, 4 by 6 isn't a bad size. I'm gonna pick 4 by 6. 4 by 6 is better than 3.5 by, you know. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one. 3.5 by 5. See how that looks. Oh, and this fit picture to frame, I always unclick that because it will make sometimes it messes up the image, and I don't want it to be, you know, any bigger than what it already is. Click print. Let me see my so that's what I'll be doing today. Printing images, cutting them, and gluing these die cutouts on the pages. There's a lot of detail and it involves a lot of work. That's why I'm doing it by, see, it's a nice size. This is the other one. This was, what size did I say it was? Three and a half by 3.5 by 5. It makes a good journaling card size. A little too big for tags. So that's, I'm gonna pause and guess later I'll show you you know, how I turn these things into tags or journaling cards. So I'll see you later. Okay, so when I left off, I was printing several images where I was using the photo printing program where I was printing several copies of each image, like this one. Ooh, there you go. This was a normal image. If I had printed it as it was, it would have covered the whole page, but I used to print wallet pictures, and I got 3.5 by, I always forget this measurement, about 2.5 by 3.25, 3.5, something like that. So I got those printed and cut. And all I need to do is edge it with ink. I'm going to use a vintage photo. And I found these tags from Pinterest, which I printed out. I printed 2 pages of these tags. And then I thought I want to print 10 images, but I only want one image of each. I don't want to be printing several copies, or I don't want to print, I want to find a way to print several different images on one page so I don't have to waste any paper. So I use a word processor. This one is Microsoft Windows 2013. And what I did was, I opened up a blank page, and you see it has these rulers here. So you just go to Insert. Let me see if this works. Insert and choose Pictures. And I'm going to look in my my Halloween folder is in Images, and here it is. So I'm going to pick one of these images, and it will insert it right there. And over here in the corner it says that it's 6 1/4 by 3.81 wide. So I'm gonna hit the width. Let me see if you can see this. I'm just gonna show you how I can keep on adding pictures to this page, images. I don't think. Okay, in the corner I'm going to change it to 2.5 wide, and in proportion it's going to give me a 4 inch or 4.1 tall. If I wanted it taller, I hit the taller, and it will do the same proportionately. It will widen the picture. Okay, but I'm going to stick with 2.5 in the bottom here in the width. Then I'm going to look for my cursor, which is down here, and I'm going to give it 3 spaces, right? And I'm going to make sure this is not, how do you say it? This is not highlighted, because if I leave it there, if I insert another picture, it will just insert it right there and delete the other one. So I'm going to make sure that it's not highlighted and that my cursor is right there. So I hit Insert again, Pictures, hit the other one to the side, and see, it will come right on the side of that one. It's highlighted. I go here and I change the width to 2.5, and this one has a height of 395. It's going to have a different height, which happens because the picture was probably a different size to begin with. So I find my cursor again. Where is it? I'm just going to hit Enter. See the cursor there? I'm going to hit Enter again, and I'm going to show you how I can fit another one in there. So that one, because it's too big, but once I crop it down to 2.5 width, see, automatically it goes to the page before it, because it fits right there. So that's how you can get several different images on one piece of paper and print them all out in the same paper. You can decide what size you want it, and it will print accordingly. I printed, like this one was it was a long picture, so I printed it this size, and the other ones are almost all the same size. That's how I printed these images, without having to print one on each page or several of the same kind. I only wanted one of each. So now I have all these images that I want to ink on the edges, and some of these, like these are all the same. I might use them for corner tucks. I have these that are bigger. I printed on all of them the journaling, how do you call these, lined paper. You can get it free at Ephemeris Gardens. And I found this, it's an envelope, one of those library card envelopes. You fold it here and here. But since this is going to be glued on and I'm going to lose this image, so I'm just going to cut it here so I can use the image. And it had these cards with it. You can find lots of things. What I usually do is sometimes I'm just looking, and if I see a theme that I like or something, I start putting them in folders. Like now I'll have this Halloween folder, and if you double click on an image, this one isn't doing it. I had another program where if you double click here, you would automatically go to the pictures. But anyway, make different folders and start. Like now I have a Halloween folder, so I'll be storing in this folder every Halloween image I find that I like. So let me stop here. That was what I wanted to add. And like I said, what I'll be doing now is inking the edges of all these images, and using some for corner tucks, gluing them in the book, and using these cutouts that I did yesterday. And that will go on the next video, I suppose. So I'll edit this one and upload it. So thanks for watching. Bye.